Christian Wood and Jarnell Stokes going to jump it up. And finally, we are underway here at the Bob Carpenter Center. See, Christian Wood, he tapped it back to Jordan Raley. They had to switch jersey numbers, actually, as Raley wore 32 last night and Christian Wood wore 33. But because of the change in jerseys and the size difference, they actually had to change uniforms today. So you'll see Raley in the 33 and Wood in 32, and you see a turnover already in this contest. So first possession for the Force, coming off a victory last night in overtime. A low-scoring game for the D-League standards, 99-93 in an extra frame. The Sevens are a high-scoring team, 112 points per game. That's third best in the league. Jarnell Stokes, right where he left off last evening. Stokes was 11 of 15 from the field against the Sevens on Friday here on Saturday afternoon. He gets the first bucket to drop for the visiting Force team. Thompson, he has a turnover. It's Whittington, a good game last night. Now a transition opportunity right to the rim, but he can't finish the layup. Gets it back out on the kick. He'll wait for his teammates. It's Liggins after the missed opportunity at the rim. Extra pass, Magruder. 15 to shoot. He's going to take it to Wood, and a 3-second violation is going to be called, I believe, against Jarnell Stokes. The defensive 3 seconds on the 7. So it'll be Liggins who will be at the free throw line. DeAndre Liggins, 69% on the season, and he makes the free throw. So 3-0 Sky Force as we're just getting underway. The Force 18-5 on the road this season. An incredible road record this year to go along with an incredible season, a history-making season. And they'll inbound with 13 on the shot clock. There's a traveling violation on Liggins. Liggins leads the league in minutes played. Most of any D-League player this season, 39.2 minutes per game. So you'll see a lot of him this afternoon here at the Bob Carpenter Center in Newark. 10:40 left, first quarter action. Sevens still trying to get on the board after a couple of possessions that ended in 2 turnovers. Here's Thompson, double team, shoots over the double team and gets his first bucket to go of the day. He was 0 of 6 last night. First time he was held scoreless since January 16 against Canton. Third time this season, and here's Ty Green with a chance for the Sevens to take their first lead. Raley spotted by Harris, can't finish at the rim, but he was fouled. Jordan Raley, a good cut. Nice pass by Jay Harris to find him. Harris, a rookie. Look at that. Thought about the shot, gave it up, feeds the big man from the floor, and Raley can earn his 2 at the free throw line. But it's been difficult for Raley this year at the stripe. Just 46% on the season, but he gets a soft roll on the first one. Raley, the rookie, 7 feet tall, 245 pounds, out of Washington State. Started his college career out of Iowa State. Didn't play much, didn't score much. Transferred and had a good career at Washington State. Misses his second free throw. We're tied at 3. Almost 2 minutes in. Wasted no time. Liggins. But he misses. That's a second missed layup by the Sky Force this afternoon already. He'll stay with Sioux Falls. Liggins into Whittington. Magruder, his first touch. Leans and scores. Rodney Magruder gets the lead back for the Force. Magruder 7 points, 2 of 8 from the field last night against the Sevens. Wood inside, Raley, dangerous pass, and you see the result when you make an entry pass like that. A steal by the Force. Magruder taking it outside and hits that one. He's got 5 of the Force 8 points. They lead by that amount, 9:30. First quarter action. Rodney Magruder mentioned 2 of 8 last night. That was just the second time in 16 games that Magruder has shot under 60% from the field. Ty Green missing. Tip to Wood. Wood, 2 hands. Back into the starting lineup after providing a spark off the bench last night for the Sevens. Liggins passing it. Paolo. Pump fake. Here's Stokes. Stokes to the rim. Good. +1. He's got 4 with a chance at 5. That's Jarnell Stokes, the league's #2 prospect. And showing just why. To the rim. Contact and the foul for Jarnell Stokes, who had 23 points last night against the Sevens. 29 points just a few weeks back on March 14th against Austin. That was a season high for him, so he's been hot. Played 7 games this year in the NBA for Miami and Memphis. It makes the free throw. Force up 11-5. We've had 2 opportunities to see the #2 prospect in the D-League. We thought it might be a matchup of the #1 prospect, Russ Smith, against #2, Jarnell Stokes. But Smith out again today. He's having some difficulties after that 65-point game he had on Wednesday. So he has not returned since that game against Canton. So no chance to see the #1 prospect for the Sevens, who's played in 22 games this year, has Smith. But we got Stokes, and he put on a show last night and seems to keep it up today. 13 points for the Force, and Jarnell Stokes on fire to start. He's got 7 of them, matching the Sevens team total at the 8-minute mark in the first quarter. Wood inside to the rim. His second time he scored in the paint. Christian Wood, one of the top prospects as well in the D-League, ranked number 13th out of all D-League prospects. Liggins will take it back to the center circle. Whittington inside. Stokes again. Spins on Rayleigh. And that time it rolls out. Stokes usually gets the friendly roll, but that time it goes back to the Sevens. And the Sevens to Ty Green. Squares, fires, rolls out, and a rebound by Jarnell Stokes. He does that very well. 6th in the league in rebounds per game is Jarnell Stokes. 18 to shoot on the other end for the Force. Whittington, contact. Can't get the bucket, but will shoot 2 after the reach and foul against Christian Wood. And here we can see some contact as Whittington gets to the rim. Whittington, a very versatile player. He can go outside, knock down some threes. He had 4 of those last night against the Sevens on 4 of 7 from long range, and can get it done inside with that 6'8" frame. Misses on the free throw, but he's having a good season, averaging just under 15 points per game, 8 rebounds per game for the rookie out of Georgetown. 14-9 in a turnover. Miscommunication on the inbound. Magruder takes it away. Magruder, cross court to Whittington. Liggins, a 3 ball. That's good. DeAndre Liggins, 55 threes on the season. And the Force up 17-9 early on. Now Liggins, great defender. Hard screen by Rayleigh. Ty Green, baseline, floats it. Around and out, crashing hard is Whittington. Magruder on the run, does not have numbers. Flips it to Whittington. Deep 3 off the mark, and a rebound by Laurie, who just checked in. Laurie with 14 points, 6 rebounds last night. Heard Laurie talking with one of his teammates during warm-up, saying, this is like AAU basketball all over again. You play at night, and then the next day you got to go again. Not even back-to-back night games. It's an afternoon game today at the Bob Carpenter Center. So players are used to that, though, in the D-League. This is the 13th game with 0 days rest for both of these teams. Skyforce have been better in back-to-backs. They're 10-2 on the year in their first 12 of game number 2 on back-to-backs. Well, the Delaware 87ers just 5-7 in those similar contests. 10-point lead for the Force. Green wants to go inside, does so. Rayleigh with 6. Handoff, Thompson. He misses with 3 on the shot clock, and Whittington gets to the cross half court. 10-point lead. Whittington stripped. Laurie with the save to his teammate, Ty Green. Nice job defensively, and then Paolo with the foul. 5:26, first quarter action, and a 10-point advantage for the Sevens. Great play so far by Christian Wood, back in the starting lineup. Again, his points on the inside. A dunk, a layup, but his team trailing as we head to break.
Fans, remember that today is Preston's Large Energy Nonprofit Day, presented by the University of Delaware's College of Health Sciences and
Udry to Miami for Mario Chalmers. Played some games in the NBA, and now he's a member of the top team in the D-League. And he is a big reason why they are breaking records this year. Darnell Stokes. Now it's Magruder. Magruder's got 7 to match his teammate Stokes with a dunk. Magruder, a heck of a campaign as well, averaging 16 points per game. He's second on the team in scoring behind Stokes. New lineup, couple of new guys in the game after the break for the Sevens, as we see a turnover there by Green, but Charles Jackson and Rodney Carney are in the game right now for the Sevens. They were another turnover for the 87ers. They've got 6 turnovers already, just under 5 minutes of play in the first quarter. The Sioux Falls Skyforce, they forced turnovers. First in the NBA D-League in turnovers forced per game. Good defensive effort by Ty Green there. Showing a little jumping ability, Ty Green. Only 6'3", 185, a rookie from USC Upstate. Gets a defensive effort there. Now Liggins will inbound. Whittington, catch, release. Too strong into the hands of Carney, who was waiting for it. Here's Green. Thought about the lob. Instead, drops it for Thompson. And Thompson running the floor, getting rewarded. And he's got 4 for the Sevens as they trail by 10. Thompson talking with Coach Kevin Young. He thinks Thompson could be one of the top prospects if he gets it going. Thompson selected 7th overall in the D-League draft by the Grand Rapids Drive, traded to the 87ers on January 14th. But Coach Young has a lot of confidence in the young man. Here's that last play, ball going out of bounds. See the field goal percentages so far. Skyforce shooting well. And a missed shot, but an offensive board by Jarnell Stokes. And he is 3rd in the D-League in that stat. Almost 4 offensive boards per game for Jarnell Stokes. Keeps it alive for the Skyforce. And now it's Briante Weber just checked in. Magruder to Weber. Stops the foul line, pops over Green, rattles out. And a rebound by last night's hero for the Sevens, Rodney Carney, who had 22 points, matching his season high. Second time in 3 games that Carney has hit that amount. Here's Lowry. Can't get the roll, but he is fouled. That's something that happens a lot for these Sevens. They get to the free throw line, 3rd most in the D-League. See Lowry showing some muscle, drawing the foul on Whittington. Lowry, 10 points per game this season, 7 rebounds. And after his first shot, the Sevens will see Davon Usher come into the game for the first time. Usher picked up this morning as Rick Jackson was waived by the Delaware 87ers. Usher played on this home floor. You see him in the background behind Laurie shooting the free throws, wearing number 7 as Laurie misses. And Usher, a former Delaware Blue Hen, played on this floor for his college career. Played for the Maine Red Claws earlier this season, 5 games. Lives down in Baltimore. They called him. He drove up, and now he's playing in a D-League game, but his teammate's not playing much defense on that possession as Weber gets through and scores. A lead now 23-12. Jay Harris, with the absence of Russ Smith, playing the point guard role. Dribble handoff to Usher. Usher played in Europe a little bit before coming to the D-League, suffered an injury. Now on the dribble drive, Usher gets his shot blocked. Laurie's there, and he'll go back to the free throw line. 23-12 is the count. Laurie will be at the line when we come back. 2:58 to go in the first quarter from Newark. You're watching D-League basketball from the Bob Carpenter Center.
All right, fans, it's time to meet our lucky winners of the Ray Bowl. The winner of the game, Caesar Armstrong.
Started his playing career in college, at least, at Lamar State. Was able to transfer to Iona, where he dominated the 2015 MAAC Player of the Year. They won that conference regular season championship, but lost to Manhattan in the tournament, in the conference tournament. Didn't get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament, but he was a major player. And you could see Usher on the drive. Laurie right there for the putback. Missed, but got fouled, and that's the reason he's at the free throw line. Laurie makes the second. He's got a couple of points, but no other player on the 87ers made a shot from the field besides Sam Thompson and Christian Wood. Other players got to get it going. Benson into the game and wastes no time getting himself into the book. The 6'11" center from Oakland makes it 25-13. Harris calling out the orders, and nearly a steal from Briante Weber. Weber gets his hands on everything around him. 2 steals per game this season. He had 9 steals in a 6-game stint in the NBA, playing for the Memphis Grizzlies. Signed a 10-day on March 11th, is now back with the Force. Usher, not shy, after being picked up this morning, missing on a 3. Charles Jackson, who was great on the glass last night, gets aboard. Harris wraparound pass. I think he got lost. He got inside and saw there were plenty of defenders there, including Benson, and decided to pass it off. And instead of getting his shot blocked, he has a turnover. He had 4 turnovers last night and 3 assists. But you can see Benson there. That'll make you change your mind. Keith Benson, one of the all-time great shot blockers out of the Summit League, where he set that conference's record in a career blocks, passing Keith Kloss. And there's a former college great as well. Briante Weber, his playing days with the VCU Rams, has now landed him a spot here. Davon Usher to the rim, kicks out. Carney, a 3. Knocks it down as he did last night. Rodney Carney was the hero, hitting a deep 3 just like that to force overtime. And he knocks down his first 3-pointer in this basketball game, making it a 13-point lead for the Force. Murray, pull-up jumper. That doesn't go. Here's Carney again. Carney inside. Jackson bobbles, settles, and misses with the right hand. Jabril Trewick in the basketball game, the rookie from Georgetown. Brings it right to left. Benson outside again and again. Keith Benson is good. 14 points per game. 69 blocks on the season. He's made 22 starts, 45 games. He's got his team up 29-16, under a minute. First quarter, Jay Harris slipping the screen. And Davon Usher with the assist. About a 20-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock as Briante Weber stands between the circles. Crosses over at the elbow to Benson. Another jump shot. That one's short. And now it's Sevens basketball. Laurie doesn't need to find a guard. Going to take it himself. Spikes in defense. Laurie on the dribble drive. +1 for David Laurie. How about that? Jay Harris was standing to his left. Going to help him out. But he shows off his inside-out dribble into the rim. Sign him up to run some point for this Sevens basketball team with Russ Smith still out with an injury. Laurie saying, I can take it to the rim. 4 points. That's his first make from the field. 3 rebounds. Make it 4. Fouls his own shot. David Laurie. You got to box out the free throw shooter. That's fundamentals. And he's got his team within 7. A bump there by Harris. That's his first. How about this? Laurie, eyes on the rim, fouls his shot, and gets it to go. He's played 7 minutes. How about this for efficiency? 7 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds, including that one. If he can make his free throws, maybe doing even better. 2 of 5 from the strike. They're going to call Weber for a double dribble there. Well, there's Laurie, 8th overall in the 2015 D-League draft by the 87ers. Played a little basketball in the Turkish Basketball League over the summer before that draft. And now a chance for the final shot. Here's Laurie again. Running point, behind the back dribble, showing off a bit. Cross-court pass. Shot up from Harris, that's off the mark. Jackson with the follow, and he beats the buzzer. The Delaware 87ers trailed by 12 and find themselves down by 5 at the end of the first quarter, thanks to the follow by Charles Jackson. As the buzzer sounded, so 5-point advantage for the Sky Force. They led by as many as 14 in that first quarter. Now we start the second quarter of action with Trewick driving on Usher. Usher calling for the foul. Again, Davon Usher lives in the Baltimore area. Got a phone call last night. Drove up this morning. Talked to him as he played his college basketball here at the Bob Carpenter Center. How many guys have an opportunity to play professionally on the same floor that they did in college? As Trewick gets a bucket, and Usher was saying, hey, he was coaching AAU basketball, helping out a friend, got a phone call, and he's excited about the opportunity to play, hopefully, the final 4 games of the season for the Delaware 87ers. Here's Laurie, had a great finish to that first quarter. Working on Spikes. Spikes knocks it away. Laurie gets it back. Kick out. Ty Green, low pass, releases, and hits. Ty Green, 60th three-pointer of the season for the shooter, who had 20 an evening ago, and it's a 4-point lead for the Force, 31-27. Just underway here in quarter number 2. Benson, turnaround Jay, no good. Rebound Ty Green. He wants to push. That's what the Sevens like to do. Here's Jackson, his 3rd game with the 87ers. Laurie, a 3 this time. He's ran point. He's gotten offensive rebounds. And now he's hitting 3 balls. Laurie doing it all and drawing the foul on the other end. How about David Laurie, the 6'9", 245-pounder out of Iona, with a great start to this basketball game. The versatility, the kick out, the big man finds him, and Laurie, his 29th three-pointer of the season. There's Jackson. Jackson went up a little too early. Wanted that ball a little higher, I think, from Ty Green, and wasn't ready to readjust his hands to grab it. But all of a sudden, the Sevens down just 1 here in quarter number 2. Weber to the left side. Benson, ball fake. He drives. Some contact and a whistle on the dribble drive by Keith Benson. Similar shooting percentages by the Sky Force and the 87ers. The Sky Force, known for their defense, have held opponents to under 50% in 40 of 46 games this season. So far, Delaware above that mark. Benson makes the first free throw. Benson a double-double in 21 minutes of action last night. These two teams tipped off at 7 o'clock yesterday, and now a 3 o'clock tip-off. You see Usher playing in his first game with the Sevens. Some guard minutes available with Russ Smith on the bench for the 2nd consecutive game after setting the D-League record for 65 points in a game on Wednesday against Canton. 33-30 after the free throw. Here's Carney. Wood to Laurie. Laurie working hard for position. They can't go to him, but now they've got 6. Laurie spinning, fading with 3. It's an air ball and a rebound by Spikes. Now on the run, Trewick. Trewick dumps it to Benson. Not good spacing, but Weber gets it for the Force. Murray wants it. Too strong on the run out. It's Laurie. Lobs ahead. Carney, can he save it? He cannot. Stepped on the end line, and a turnover, number 9 for the 87ers. Under 10 to go in quarter number 2. These two teams playing each other for the 4th time this year. Sioux Falls have taken the first 3. Here's Benson. Off the bench, using the left, drawing the contact. And he'll go to the free throw line. Benson has made both of his tries today from the stripe. That foul called on Charles Jackson. 2nd on Jackson. Benson having a great year. 14 points, 69 blocks, 7.5 rebounds per game. Benson was named to the Futures All-Star roster. Grabbed 6 rebounds in 11 minutes in the All-Star game. Made a couple jumpers today and get some contact inside. Jackson frustrated, thought he went straight up. But the foul called on Benson. He's made all 3 and all 4 now. And the lead is 5 for the Sky Force. Keith Benson, 8 points, Second leading scorer today for the Skyforce. 9 for Magruder, leads the way. Here's Laurie, again at that point guard position, a 245-pound point guard, spinning into traffic, drawing contact. How about that? I am impressed with the dribbling ability of a man with that stature. Between the legs, spinning, and drawing the foul. David Laurie doing some extra work perhaps with Russ Smith, knowing that they need a ball handler in today's game. Laurie, no NBA experience, but scored 28 in the game earlier this year against Bakersfield. And he's the first 87ers player in double figures. He's got 10 points in 10 minutes. Can't make it 11 as he misses. Here's Trawick. 4-point lead as Trawick gets to the rim and makes it 6. Jabril Trawick, 4 points in 10 minutes last night against the Sevens. And gets his first bucket there. Here's Wood, under 9 to play in the first half. Laurie again. 5 to shoot. That's a turnover. Or it should have been, and now it is. Murray ahead of the pack with 2. Torrey Murray, as there's a whistle and a timeout going to be taken by Kevin Young. Weber with the assist. Torrey Murray with the dunk in transition. And we'll be back in a moment here at the Bob Carpenter Center. Ty Green, the point guard. Russ Smith inactive for the Sevens. Baron Davis inactive as well, worth mentioning. He made his return earlier this month. A 13-year NBA vet. Now Wood a lob. Can't get the dunk, but it counts for 2 all the same. Laurie with the assist. Christian Wood with the finish. He's got 8. And it's a 6-point ball game. Murray with the basketball. Spikes getting some extended minutes. Trawick down low. Leaning into the big man. And he gets that one to go, matching his point total from last night. 4 points for Trawick. And the lead up 41-33. Was mentioned Baron Davis. He's been out since March 11. Minor calf injury for Davis, so he's not able to go. Christian Wood driving. A reach and foul going to be called against Nigel Spike. We're seeing Wood draw that foul. A little too quick on the first step. Just the second foul on the Skyforce, so an inbound by Carney. Laurie with 13. Holding with 10. Takes his first dribble. Now 6. He loses it, trying to do a little too much. 3 to shoot. 2. Wood has to get it off, but it's short, and that's going to be a shot clock violation as Jarnell Stokes gets the rebound. Laurie's been doing a great job of playing beyond the arc, but it seemed like that time trying to do a little bit too much with the basketball and put his teammate in a tough position to try to get a shot off as the shot clock got down to 0. 41-33. Murray to Stokes, who has 7 points. It's Murray, baseline. Benson, the 6'11 center, tries it from deep, but misses, and Jackson hauls it away from Stokes. Carney inside to Wood. Wood turns and faces, jumper. That's his second air ball in a row. And now Weber wants to run. It's 4 on 3. Stutter step, pull up Jay. Weber, smooth from the foul line. And a 10-point advantage for the Force. Green nearly loses it. As Murray. Murray, quick hands inside to Wood. There's contact and a foul. Nice job by Green to reestablish possession. He almost lost the basketball. You can see it here. Quick hands by Murray. Then he found his teammate Wood. Wood going to the free throw line. Christian Wood, one of 4 players on this Delaware Sevens team this year to score 45 points in a basketball game. That's the first time in NBA D-League history that 4 players on the same team in the same year has scored at least 45 in a game. Jordan McRae had 61. That was a record until Smith broke than on Wednesday. Kilpatrick had 45, Wood with 45 against Canton. And 9 points this afternoon with a rebound on 4 of 6 from the field. Who's running the defense practice-wise for the Canton Charge? Seems like everybody gets their career high against Canton. 45 for Wood, 65 for Russ Smith against Canton. And a whole lot of defense being played out there in Ohio. 34 points for the Sevens. That matches their halftime total, which was their fewest points in a half this season from last night. 3 on the shot clock. Stokes just realizes it and has to put something up, an air ball. And Ty Green gets it up the floor. Inside out, good move by Green. Cross court to Harris. Here's Harris, double team. Weber, Stokes there. Weber rips it away, but he was out of bounds. Quick hands by Weber. You got to protect the basketball when Briante Weber is there. Weber led the nation in steals as a member of the VCU Rams his junior year. Now, basically a line change for Dan Craig coming in for the Force is Whittington, Paolo, Liggins, and Magruder are going to check in and join Stokes. These are the starting 5 for the Sioux Falls Sky Force. Thompson back in as well. He gets it to Harris. 8 to shoot. Thompson back out with 4. He gets it with 2. Deep 2. Thompson with the miss, and Whittington a rebound. He averages 8 of those per contest. Under 6, second quarter. 43-34. Force with the lead. 38 wins on the year. Whittington, a 3-ball. Round and down. How about Greg Whittington? 4 of 7 from beyond the arc last night. He's got 47 threes on the season. He made 6 in a game against the Iowa Energy back on February 25th. And knocks one through there, increasing the lead to 12 for the Force. Force have led by as many as 14 in this one. Harris in the corner. Thompson again, shot clock winding down. This time Thompson gets himself in close, but can't finish at the rim. Liggins loses dribble, needs some help, finds Whittington, and back to Liggins, who leads the D-League in minutes played. He's having an excellent season, a double-double against the Sevens yesterday, 12 points, 10 assists. Lob inside, Stokes good position. Great entry pass to find him, double team, can't slow him down, and Jarnell Stokes has 9. A 48-34 advantage, matching their largest lead of the afternoon. Here's Jackson to Harris. Inside to Wood. Wood drawing 3 defenders. Green, the open man, but he can't finish on the 3. Paolo on the run out. Magruder running the floor. Drops it to Paolo. Shot blocked by Wood. He's just too tall for Paolo. A tough angle for the point guard to get it up over the 6'10" frame of Christian Wood.
Rodney Carney and number 33, Jordan Riley.
Stoppage here. As Christian Wood will inbound to Jay Harris. Harris 7 points, just 2 of 10 from the field. Starters had trouble shooting the basketball last night for the Sevens. So look at the rebounding numbers, even today. Raley, double team down low, uses the right, too short, and Whittington, another rebound, now 17 boards for the Sky Force. Jarnell Stokes. Raley had some trouble with Stokes. A lot of players do defensively against the number 2 prospect in the D-League. Versatile array of moves. Can't finish that time, though. Harris blocked on his way to the rim. Foul on Boo Paolo, second on him. 4th on the Sky Force. Got him with that leg. And now Harris again with the basketball. Pulls up, fades, baseline. It's a tough shot. And the Force just can't control the rebound. That should be all for the Sky Force. Good call by John Conley, the official who was right there on it. See Christian Wood. have himself a good game. 9 points already, 3 boards, 12 minutes of action, 4 of 6 shooting for Christian Wood. 32nd game of the year for the 87ers. He spent some time in the NBA this season. And on cue, takes it to the rack, trying to draw some contact, but doesn't. Now Magruder on the outlet pass. Liggins across the court to Whittington. Whittington to the rim, trying to drop the hammer on Rayleigh, but the foul instead. Everyone got halfway up out of their seat for that one. As you can see, the aggression. Whittington trying to make the highlight reel. Rayleigh wasn't having any of it. And the first foul called on Jordan Rayleigh sends Whittington to the free throw line where he shoots 75% on the year. Whittington, one of those stories that you hear in the D-League. 5 points today, 5 rebounds. Where a guy maybe didn't finish his college career the way that he wanted. That's the story with Whittington as he tore his ACL prior to the 2013-14 season, was dismissed from the Georgetown team, was going to go to Rutgers, didn't roll, but he worked hard to get himself back on the floor and has done so for this Sioux Falls team, having an excellent season. And now one of the top prospects in the D-League. Whittington ranked number 17 overall as far as prospects go in the developmental league. 50-36. Under 3 minutes to go. Whittington pull it up. That time strong. And Rayleigh gets the rebound for the 7. Harris playing a lot of point guard duty today. Drops it to Wood. Ball knocked loose. Whittington in defense. 10 to shoot as Harris calls for Carney. Now it's Thompson with 7. Good defense called and a legal screen. Going to be called against Jordan Rayleigh, which will send us to a break. 50-36 is the score here in Newark, Delaware of the Skyforce. Halfway to 100. You're watching D-League basketball from Newark.
Hi, fans, please turn your attention to court lines.
On the road this year, the Sioux Falls Skyforce 18-5. They have not lost in the month of March, and looking like they want to keep it that way. Up by 14. Approaching the 2-minute mark of quarter number 2. Benson with the basketball. Weber gets inside, loses his dribble, finds Magruder. Magruder got off to a hot start. He's got 9 points on 4 of 4 from the field. Liggins off the mark on a 3. Rayleigh gets the rebound underneath, saves it to Harris. He wants to go. Has Thompson to his right, leaves it for Carney. Carney to Thompson, a 3 ball on the way, and that's an air ball into the hands of Jarnell Stokes. Thompson got back on D, though, and knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Skyforce. 87ers shooting 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, as are the Sioux Falls Skyforce. But right now the Force shooting 51% from the field, 41% for the 7. Here's Benson looking for a guard. It's Liggins. 4th in the D-League in assists. Weber spinning. Fancy pass to Magruder, who can't knock in the 3. And here's Harris wanting to push again. Eyes up. Had Carney, but slowed things up. Woods, ball fake. Step back. Christian Wood looking good. 17 points per game on the season for Christian Wood. He had 19 yesterday, and he's in double figures with 11. Leading scorer for the 7s. Weber with an answer on the other end. Weber's got 8. Nobody in double figures for the Force, but a balanced scoring attack for Sioux Falls. Approaching the minute mark. Rayleigh on Benson, using the left. Benson got a piece and a rebound by Weber. He wants to push his team up 52-38. Weber gets inside the paint, spins, bounce pass to Benson. Benson from the elbow, and he's been knocking down shots from about the 15-foot mark all afternoon long. Benson with 10 points. He had 10 yesterday against the 7s, and he gets that in the first 24 minutes of action. Wood again inside, scoring and drawing the foul. Christian Wood, 13 points, 6 of 9 from the field in 15 minutes. Wood, a couple of 40-point efforts in this basketball game. You can see why he is such a highly regarded prospect in the D-League. His ability to go outside, there you see his ability to finish inside. 71% from the free throw line, makes that one. Wood played 14 games this season for the 76ers, scoring 51 points in his NBA experience. Weber, jump shot rolls off. Final shot can be taken by the Sevens, who find themselves down by 13, 54-41. Harris's eyes on the clock. Under 10 seconds. Harris with 6. Carney, a 3. Gets it back with 1 second, squares, and can't beat the buzzer. So the Sevens will go into the locker room down by 13, 54-41. It's been mostly Skyforce with the highlights in the first half. Jarnell Stokes got off to a hot start. Christian Wood matching him with the presence inside. David Laurie took over for a little bit. You can see the assist. Andre Liggins, Jarnell Stokes, and Greg Whittington. For the Sevens, it's Ty Green, Rodney Carney, Jordan Raley, David Laurie, and Christian Wood. And everyone was all set except for the shot clock operator. As 11:54 showing on the third quarter clock, and still 24 on the shot clock. So they'll put that down to 19. And they're going to add a. They either need to take a second off the shot clock or add a second to the game clock. And they add a second to the game clock. So Ty Green nearly steers the inbound pass. 18 to shoot. We'll get this thing going in just a moment here. There we go. Paolo with the inbound pass. The Force had the basketball first. They had a 13-point lead at the break, 14 yesterday. And the game ended up going in overtime. So don't count out the Sevens at any point in this basketball game, no matter what the deficit. Skyforce have led by as many as 16 in this one. Carney, contact, no whistle, but he does get it off the window and in. Rodney Carney's 5th point. Carney played his basketball at Memphis, former Conference USA Player of the Year, led his team to the Elite 8 before falling to UCLA. As Stokes gets in. Stokes, former Tennessee Volunteer from 2011 to 14. Made his way to the Utah Jazz as a second-round pick in the 2014 draft. Played 19 games last season for Memphis in the NBA, 7 games this year. And Stokes, the second Force player in double figures with 11. Wood, a 3, and he is fouled on a 3-point shot. Not the wisest of plays by Greg Whittington. Fouling not only a 3-point shooter, but not necessarily the best 3-point shooter. Only 22 threes on the year for Christian Wood. It's the 3rd foul on Whittington. And Christian Wood, you see him at the stripe, played his prep ball at Findlay Prep. A basketball machine, producing high school basketball stars before going on to UNLV. He was projected as a first-round pick out of UNLV. Entered the draft after his sophomore year. Ended up going undrafted in 2015 and made his way to the D-League. Having a good afternoon with 15 points. Signed a 10-day contract with the 76ers on March 4th. Scored 15 points against the Thunder in NBA action this year. And now he has his team within 11. 56-45. Force basketball. Liggins on top. Stokes to a guard. Magruder tries to get it to Stokes. Tough angle. And it's stolen away. Here's Wood. To the cup. And it goes for Christian Wood. 18 points with a 6'10 forward. (56-47). Liggins skipping. Perhaps a mismatch as Laurie defends. Here's Magruder. Magruder gets in close, kicks it out. Whittington thought about it. Paolo to Liggins, squares, releases. Too strong. Magruder, no one boxed him out. Flips it up. Raley with the block shot. Back to Magruder. Liggins, extra pass. Paolo falling away. And the foul is called on Rodney Carney. Boo Boo Paolo was off balance wasn't centered on the release, but will get himself to the free throw line where he shoots 79% on the year as we're under 10 in quarter number 3. Boo Paolo, last season, split time between the Texas Legends and the Sioux Falls team. Now a pivotal player on the Sioux Falls squad. 46 games coming in, 24 starts on the year. Paolo out of Iowa State actually played with Jordan Raley, his opponent in today's game, as a member of that Cyclones team. Cyclones were in action, losing to Virginia during the basketball game last night played at the Bob Carpenter Center. Here's Carney, his team down by 10. And a push-off. It'll go the other way. Defensive pressure by Rodney Magruder. And he forces the offensive foul. Turnover number 13 for the Delaware 87ers. And you can see just a little extension with that arm for Rodney. And he gets it to the force. Now Liggins on the other end. Can't get the roll. Knocked out. That's last touch by Christian Wood. Oh, I had a good angle on it. They won't ask me my opinion, but that was last touch by Wood. They're going to give it to the Sevens, but if that one was under review, I believe it would be going the other way. Officials tonight: Fennessy Ransom, John Conley, and Suyash Mehta. So the Sevens taking advantage of a tough angle on the out-of-bounds call. Carney inside to Laurie. Great first half of basketball for Laurie out of Iona. Ty Green, he slips a bit, 6 to shoot as he picks up his dribble. Raley with 3. Right-handed hook shot is through for Jordan Raley. He averages just 3 points per game, and he has 3 on the evening. They go along with 5 rebounds in 14 minutes for the product from Washington State. Carney with the strip. Magruder in defense. Carney with the dunk! Rodney Carney palmed the basketball and reached for the rim. The 5-year D-League veteran, former pro in the NBA, with the bucket, and he's got his team within 6. The steal, knocked it away. Magruder gets back on defense and winds up on a poster with 8:37 remaining in the third quarter. The 87ers doing it again, coming from behind after trailing by 14 at the break. Now the lead down to 6 for Sioux Falls. And it's Sioux Falls basketball after the timeout taken by Dan Craig, a 2-time D-League Coach of the Month. In his first year as a head man, former video coordinator for Miami Heat. Liggins on the dribble drive. Stokes inside, and he rarely misses. Second in the D-League in field goal percentage, 65.5% from the field. And he shoots the ball a lot. Third in the league in field goals made per game on the season, with almost 9 field goals made on the year per game as the Sevens nearly turn it over. Impressive stuff from Jarnell Stokes, who's going to find himself, I believe, on an NBA roster long term at some point in his career. He's too good not to. 6'9", 255. He's got the NBA-type frame. Carney, he spent some time in the league, misses there. Almost 300 games for Carney. A lot of them with the Philadelphia 76ers. And now Paolo. Good move to the rim. Too strong with the left hand. It's Christian Wood. Shovels it ahead. Carney to the rim. He's got one dunk this time. Lays it up. And Rodney Carney doing what he does in the second half of basketball games. He's got 9 points. 6 of them coming in quarter number 3. And that's a deficit with a home team. Liggins double teamed by 2 bigs. Whittington, jab step, under 10. Baseline. Whittington fades. Comes off the rim, and Raley gets a rebound. Number 6, leading rebounder on the team this afternoon is Jordan Raley. Here's Laurie. Back it down to smaller Liggins. Double team comes, he's looking to pass out. Does so. Carney releases. Back iron. Laurie flips it up and in. Laurie's got 12, 6 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the field. Over his season average of 10 points per game for David Laurie. And a 4-point lead now for the Force. Turnover. Wood. Carney in traffic. No problem. Slicing through and gets the one-handed dunk. There were two in front of him, and he gets both out of his way. Rodney Carney's got 11, and we've got a ball game here in the third. 59-57. Whittington trying to increase the lead, can't do it. Sevens have never led in this basketball game. A chance to get a lead with a three. Ty Green gets it! 60-59. And a timeout taken by Dan Craig. Laurie, plenty of time as he finds his teammate Green to square and knock down the triple. Ty Green. So after Craig talks to his team, we're back in action with Paolo at the point guard position. Trewick enters the game. Magruder, slash it. Strong, and a rebound by Laurie. Rebound number 7 for him, tied with Rayleigh for a team high. Sevens look to extend their first lead of the game. Wood with 12, guarded by 12. Laurie open for a three, off the mark. Liggins. Now it's Trewick. Into traffic. Shot blocked. Stokes is there. Powers up. Gets it in. Lead back to the Force. Under 5, third quarter. When you need a basket and you're Dan Craig, head coach of the Force, you know Jarnell Stokes is on the floor. You got a chance to get one. He's made a lot of big buckets this year for Sioux Falls, and he's got 15 to lead them in scoring. 6 of them coming in this frame. Green, stay hot, Ty Green. That's a tough shooting angle. He hit a 3 to give Delaware a lead, and now with 2 there, gives them the lead back. 5 straight for Ty Green to the 7. Liggins, extra pass, Paolo. Paolo left his foot, or left the floor before knowing what he wanted to do with it, and turns it over. Now a reach and foul, Paolo. That's the worst thing you can do, and you see that a lot in basketball. A player makes a mistake on one end, is frustrated, and then commits an unnecessary foul on the other end. That's what we saw just now from Boo Boo Paolo. So Briante Weber will come in. There's Paolo. You see him just rushing back, trying to get the ball back after he turned the basketball over. An unnecessary contact on Ty Green. Sevens with a 1-point advantage. Wood making it a 3-point lead. Christian Wood has great length. He is now 8 of 11 from the field, and he's got a 20-point ball game. Liggins, he traveled. No, he stepped on the baseline. And a turnover. Sevens playing great second half basketball, forcing the turnover on the Sky Force, up by 3. Under 4 to go. It's Carney. Laurie. Double team comes. Stripped away. Liggins. Great defensive effort by DeAndre Liggins. Liggins was the D-League Defensive Player of the Year back in 2014 as a member of the Sky Force. Knocked the ball away, but he'll stay with the 7 as we see Torrey Murray check in. Playing his 6th game with the Sky Force. The Force have won every game that Murray's been a part of. 3 to shoot. Laurie doesn't realize it. Now he does. Has to toss one up. Almost got it. But you got to know how much time there is coming out of an inbound. And the Sevens were unaware. Now Trewick to the rim. That's 6 for Jabril Trewick, the rookie out of Georgetown. He had 23 in a game against Maine back on the 27th of February. Rodney Carney, 22 last evening. And feeling it again on his home court. Carney's got 14. And a bit of a stoppage. I don't know what's going to stop Rodney Carney and his sevens team here. Carney, not a whole lot of separation over Stokes. Quick release. And that's about what it looked like at the end of the ball game yesterday as he hit a three-pointer to force overtime. Rodney Carney played 299 games in the NBA, 205 of them with the 76ers. He was a teammate of Allen Iverson back in 2006. Scored 25 points in a basketball game. There's a good answer by Jabril Trawick, who has 5 straight for the Force. After that three-point shot, Trawick just a 31% three-point shooter on the year, but his 33rd make in this campaign from long range makes it a 1-point game once again. Now 11 to shoot. Raley, good position, great entry pass, and Trawick rises with the big man, blocks the shot. Here's Magruder, a 3 on the other end, but it's off the mark, and Laurie has his 8th rebound. What a play that was by the 6'5" Jabril Trawick, and now it'll go to the Sky Force. A timeout on the floor. The Sky Force led by 14 at the break, but now the 87ers cruising in the third.
Please visit the renewal headquarters to make it game. So make sure you get this
of the basketball game when it was 60-59. Now they've extended it to 67-66, approaching the 2-minute mark in quarter number 3. This will be the second time in 2 days that the Sevens have come back after a double-digit deficit to tie or take the lead against the Force. Benson, though, giving the lead back. He's been instant offense today for the Sky Force, averaging 14 points a game. He's got 10 points off the bench in just 13 minutes. 68-67 now as Laurie has it. Out of control, off the window, off the mark, but follows. Power dribble, reverse. David Laurie settles and gets it to go. Back and forth we go. Here at the Bob Carpenter Center, home of the Delaware 87ers. These two teams went to OT. The 87ers, their first loss in an overtime frame yesterday. 4-0 prior to last night's tip. And the foul there, Charles Jackson. 6'10" rookie out of Tennessee Tech. Murray the inbounder. Couple of subs in the basketball game. Trawick having a good third. Drives, loses it. And the ball last touched, initially called by Siyash Mehta on the baseline. It'll be Sevens basketball. We might have an overruling here, and we do. It'll stay with the Sky Force, 9 to shoot, as Murray will throw it in. Murray played for the Texas Legends in 35 games this season. Came over recently for the Sky Force. And they've won every game he's been a member of the team. So I'm sure they're happy to have him. Magruder, they're happy to have him. Magruder plays 38 minutes per game, and good reason. He's got 12, and the Sky Force have a 2-point lead, 71-69. Usher, the University of Delaware graduate, playing on his former home court. Now his home court again as a member of the 87ers, picked up this morning. Ty Green misses. Jackson with the rebound, blocked by Briante Weber, and he'll stay with the Sevens. 43 on the third quarter clock, 24 now on the shot clock. Laurie going to be the inbounder. And did do a good job of throwing the ball in. A turnover for the 87ers. That's turnover number 14. 11 for the Sky Force on the other side. They ran some time off. There was a conversation at the scorer's table. They put 1.2 seconds back on. 43.2, 24 to shoot as the Sky Force of Briante Weber will walk the basketball up. Weber, 11 points per game, 4 assists per game, second most on the team, his 25th game as a member of the Force. Good ball movement as the Force work it around. Magruder inside, kicks out. Quick release for Murray over Ty Green. What a shot by Torrey Murray. 60th three-pointer of the season for the 2-year veteran out of Wichita State. And now a 4-point differential between the third quarter clock and the shot clock. Laurie has it between the circles, asking for some help. Magruder nearly knocks it away, 5 to shoot. Usher with 3, a pump fake, leans in, trying to draw contact, doesn't. Ball comes loose with 3. Let's see how quickly Weber can go. And he doesn't get the shot off. Took one extra dribble behind the back, and that cost him a shot at shooting anything that would count at the end of the third. He got another good one. Back-to-back games here at the Bob Carpenter Center. And Ty Green and the 87ers trying to prevent the Sky Force from winning their 39th game of the season. We've got one more quarter left. 74 and out. This 7 squad trying to win for the 20th time this season. Sioux Falls, they've already won 38 games. And now we're back in action with Davon Usher, a 3 into Jackson. We'll give Usher the assist on that one. A little rush being shown from Davon, who was waived by the Maine Red Claws back on February 26th. Picked up this morning by the 87ers as Rick Jackson went on waivers. And Charles Jackson did a nice job with the putback there. Johnny on the spot as Usher was short on the 3. Another stoppage as there was a reset on the shot clock, I believe. Magruder throws into Murray. As we get this fourth quarter underway. Weber to Magruder. Benson inside, and he can't get it to go. Jackson, he's new to this team, only his 3rd game, but he is really a presence underneath. Jackson, 15 rebounds in 2 games, 9 points. His 6'10 frame, doing a good job underneath for the 7. The turnovers, that was poked away. Murray behind the back, he's got some speed. To Trewick, a 3 ball. Benson a rebound, taken away from him. There's Jackson on the spot again, making things happen for this 17 that trails by 3. Usher a bounce pass to Wood. Wood leans, can't get it to go. Jackson trying to keep it alive, but Weber sneaks in and grabs the rebound. Ahead it's Murray. Murray with the right hand, back ironing in for Torrey Murray. Murray, the 15th overall pick in the 2012 D-League draft by the Austin Turos, was traded to the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. Played for the Legends this year, and now on Sioux Falls as Usher draws the foul. First foul on Murray. Murray was a 2-time Missouri Valley Conference All-Defensive Team selection, part of that NIT champion Wichita State squad back in 2011. Now on defense against Usher. Usher driving, reversing, flipping, missing. Murray. Weber. Nice pass to Murray, the floater off the mark. Jackson to Thompson. Ahead to Usher. Usher splits 2. To the rim he goes, draws contact, gets the foul. And Davon Usher, a chance for 3. The outlet pass gets past Trewick, and then the foul, flipping it up and in. Davon Usher scored 42 points on this floor in a basketball game during his college career as part of a 20-point comeback against the College of Charleston. Transferred from Mississippi Valley State. Played for Delaware in his senior year, and there's a banner that hangs above this court, courtesy of Davon Usher and a couple of his teammates in 2013-14. They played Michigan State in the NCAA tournament. Now a member of the Delaware Sevens after getting a phone call and driving up from Baltimore this morning. You love that the D-League for that reason. There are plenty of stories very similar in nature, and the D-League allows players to get a step closer to their dreams. 76-74. Foul called against Benson. That's his second. Close basketball game. 9:32 to play. Usher's got 3 points in 10 minutes. You just saw him trying to double his scoring total and does so. Davon Usher's 6th straight, and the 87ers are back on top. How about that from Usher, who had 4 points in 4 games with the Maine Red Claws and now has 6 in his debut for Delaware. Magruder. Weber inside, poked away, stolen away. Ty Green, the lob. Thompson, the hammer! Sam Thompson did not score last night, and with authority, he's got 6 this afternoon. A 3-point lead after the lob from Ty Green. What a play that was. Trewick trying to stop the momentum that the Sevens have. Can't do it. Ty Green amongst the trees. Head up. He wants to push. Crossover. Usher again from distance. Off the mark that time. And a reach-in foul on the rebound attempt. Going to go against Charles Jackson. Let's take another look at this lob and slam. Green finds Thompson with the right hand. Thompson out of Ohio State. Waived by the Charlotte Hornets of the NBA back in October. He played 5 preseason games for the Hornets. Was the 7th pick in this year's NBA D-League draft. And he's averaging 7.5 points per game on the year. Force gets it stripped. Benson had the basketball. Thompson calls a timeout. Wants to keep possession in the hands of the Delaware 87ers. With 8:01 remaining in quarter number 4. And we'll take a timeout as the 87ers trying to avoid the sweep against the Skyforce on the season. The Skyforce trying to set her. And the 87ers were minus 18 yesterday when Thompson was playing. Making up for it today, though, with that jam and the momentum on the side of the Sevens, who are outscoring the Force 38-22 in the second half. 41-22 after that one from Ty Green, and the lead is up to its largest point for the 87ers, 82-76, the 6th triple of the afternoon for Delaware. Benson to Stokes. Stokes, see if he has an answer. He's their go-to guy. Benson from the elbow. And this might be an open. Couldn't get to go. Usher across half court. Usher to the rim. Drops it to Jackson. Jackson can't miss the easy one as Usher put him in good position with the drop-off. Stokes. Good +1. Jarnell Stokes. What a tank that was from a guy that averages 20 points per game. And let's take a look at it again. Contact against Jackson. And he visits the camera row. He'll get a free throw coming up. Stokes in this contest, the leading scorer for the Skyforce, was 17, 8 of 11 from the field. He was 11 of 15 yesterday. He was an All-Star this year. Scored 17 points in the All-Star game back in February. And he makes the free throw. That's 18 for Stokes. And the lead now 3. One possession game for the Sevens as they bring the basketball up the floor. Green, one of 4 Sevens in double figures today. Usher to Raley, and he gets it to go. Jordan Raley with the assist from Usher, and Raley gets the lead back up to 5 for the Sevens. Raley averages just 3 points per game, but he's over that average today. 5 points after that bucket. Now it's Weber. Benson, he missed from that spot a couple possessions ago and does so again. Usher with a rebound. He wants to push but does not have numbers. On the wing to Raley, one dribble and a pass to Wood. Wood on the attack, spinning, knocked away by Weber, but Wood gets it back. Green, that's Steph Curry range he was flirting with. Wood from way downtown, that's off the mark. Speaking of Steph Curry, those Warriors of his, chasing the Chicago Bulls for most wins in NBA history. The Forts, if they can get W today, will have the most wins in D-League history with 39. They're tied right now with 38. Kickball. One of the reasons Sioux Falls had so much success this year, 4 of the D-League's top 25 prospects on their squad: Jarnell Stokes, Greg Whittington, Torrey Murray, and Rodney Magruder. As there's a timeout taken, Sioux Falls wants to talk things over. Dan Craig will have 2 timeouts remaining. Outscoring the Skyforce 15-5 in this fourth quarter after trailing by as many as 16. And what a play that was. After the timeout by Dan Craig, Boo Boo Paolo threw it in. Green deflected it back off of Paolo, and it's going to go to the 7. Great effort right in front of the 7's bench. Got to make head coach Kevin Young happy. And now Green bringing the ball up the floor. Green 11 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Post defense by Paolo. Usher in his debut with the 7. Davon to the rim, attacking, gets a shot blocked. Good defense by the Skyforce. Liggins on the other end. Paolo ducks underneath and misses. Green going the other way. Fast-paced basketball game. Usher thought about the 3, instead goes to Wood, and the 7s will slow things up center circle. 87ers, one of the fastest teams in the league. Part of that has to do with their personnel. Russ Smith inactive today. Green, that's a tough shot with 5 on the shot clock. And Paolo taking a page out of the 7's book, trying to go fast, and he draws the foul. Going to go into Ty Green. This is the first foul on Ty Green. Paolo, a fast point guard, ran right into Green and drew the contact. Paolo, 9 points yesterday against the 7s on 3 of 9 shooting. Paolo today just a point, 0 of 4 from the field. Now just 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Thompson will come out. Usher will get a break. As Carney, it's about the time Carney started to shine last night. Quick turnaround for these 2 teams. They tipped off at 7 yesterday. And a 3 o'clock tip-off today. Sioux Falls 10-2 on the season with 0 days off. The 87ers 5-7 in back-to-backs game number 2. But they have a 4-point lead. Carney to Laurie. He needs a rebound for a double-double. Cross court to Green. Squares. Hit! Scores! Ty Green with a chance at 4. All day to square and fire, and Ty Green knocked in another 3-pointer. Great pass from Laurie across the court. Perfect form, and Jarnell Stokes not in good position. Puts Green, an 86% free throw shooter, at the stripe, and the largest lead of the day for the Delaware 87ers is 8, 88-80, 15 points for Ty Green. Fourth with 4:30 left. Magruder, some contact, ball knocked out, last touch by the 7. Force have 4 to shoot. Paolo gonna inbound. Throws it into Truick. Ball loose. Ball knocked around. Paolo has to force one up. Almost got it to go. Truick offensive board. Liggins on a 3. He misses. Rebound Laurie. There's that double-double. 14 points, 10 boards for David Laurie. And an 8-point lead for the 7s at home. trying to go back above 500 at home. They're 11-11 on this floor this year. Ty Green feeling good. Stay hot, Ty Green. The largest lead of the day, 11 for the 87ers, thanks to Ty Green and his 18-point performance. Paolo to the rack. Contact. They'll go back to the line where he's 2 of 4. What a job by Ty Green. And this half, he's up to 18. He had 20 yesterday. He averages just 9 points per game. But with Russ Smith, his single game scoring king in the D-League, on the bench, some other guards with some touches and opportunities to shine. And Ty Green taking full advantage. This is the foul by Paolo. Or foul against Paolo, who's missed 3 free throws. Make it 4. Tough from the stripe today for Paolo, not helping his team out as they trail by 11. Under 4 to go. Paolo's missed 4 of 6 from the stripe today. Christian Wood, he's got 20. Green was fine. Torelli inside, finds Wood. Wood with 1 on the shot clock. Things going the way of the Delaware 87ers here in the fourth, a 13-point lead. And a block shot. Wood scores on one end, plays defense on the other, and the Force find themselves in a position they have rarely been in. Only 8 losses on the season. They have not fallen this month, but in some tough shape right now. Wood misses at the rim and Stokes is there. Still 2:38 to go. 13-point lead for the 7. Liggins can't make it a 10-point lead as he misfires from downtown. Carney, the veteran, calming his team. Going to take it up himself. And a timeout taken by Kevin Young as he saw his team having some difficulty getting up across half court. 2:22 left to go. And how about this from the Delaware 87ers? They trailed by 16 in the first half. Yesterday, they trailed by 20 in the second half and forced overtime. Doing the best that he can with a young team. And they've got a lead right now against the best team in the NBA D-League. Back in action. Ball knocked away by Weber. Weber already a steal in this basketball game. Now a steal in 24 of 25 games played for Barante Weber. Almost got another one, but knocked down to bounds. 14 to shoot on the inbound. Green's had the hot hand. Here's Carney. Carney, Liggins, great defense, crossover. Carney, yes sir! Rodney Carney gets a lead up to 16 with Liggins draped all over him. The 10th three-pointer of the afternoon for the 87ers, and this half has just gone the way of the home team. Magruder with an answer. But is there enough time left for the Skyforce to break the D-League record for wins in a year? Sevens in no hurry, as they shouldn't be. Laurie to Green. He's been hot. Everyone on the Delaware 87ers hot in the second half. 99 points. And they're on their way to a victory with 1:22 to go. Carney ahead. Wood was looking for the lob. Carney didn't run the floor with him. Laurie, head fake, dribble drive, loses it, stays with it. Carney, bang! Delaware over 100 points, and they're going to defeat the Skyforce, handing Sioux Falls just their 9th loss of the year. Magruder adds to his total. What a second half performance this was by the Sevens. The Force going to foul with 48 seconds left. The Skyforce, the only team in the D-League that holds opponents on average to under 100 points per game. So this is quite the feat for the Sevens to get up over 100. The Sevens will dribble down. And a foul going to be called. Foul on Liggins out of Kentucky. Skyforce going to have to wait till next game to try to get that record. This loss will be the first loss in the month of March for the Skyforce. They were 9-0 in this month coming in, a 9-game winning streak. They lost the final day of February. Laurie, a big reason that the 87ers have been successful. 15 points, 12 boards, 6 assists, doing a little bit of everything for this 87ers team. Final ticks of this one. Magruder missing on a three. Wood with the rebound. Got a 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's a turnover. Magruder foul with 17. What a performance in the second half of basketball. And what a tale of two halves it was. 16-point lead for Sioux Falls in the first half, and now a 104-85 lead for the Sevens. They caught fire from long range. Carney was in the mix, as was Ty Green. Just an all-around excellent effort by the 87ers, who will avoid a season sweep at the hands of the Skyforce. They were 0-3. They get their 6th win on game number 2 of back-to-back. A chance to end the season on a high point as the crowd here at the Bob Carpenter Center giving Ty Green his due. 21 points, 20 points in back-to-back games for Ty Green. The Sevens with a chance to dribble it out, although the Force still pressured. Laurie with 6. And the man that got a double-double will dribble it out as the Delaware 87ers stand in the way of history, preventing the Sioux Falls Skyforce to win their 39th on the season, which would have been a D-League record. Instead, Delaware wins for the 20th time in come-from-behind fashion. 104-87.